Again, Tulalip, the floor is yours. OCM Heights.
Good afternoon, Tribal Journey. We got Jane. Why don't you come up here with your family and sit with us up here? My cousin Jane, we could bring her up there. We're okay. We have any other elders from Tulalip? We'd like them to come up and sit with us. We are here this afternoon. We want to share some of this Indian spirit because the Indian spirit is alive. We're thankful to be here today. We're going to paddle onto the floor. Where's our girls at? Our girl singers. Yeah, you can, yeah. Did you know that we're, what do you call that? Live stream Tribal Journey? Isn't that cool? We're on TV. So while we're in the middle of a couple of equipment adjustments, where's the camera at? Kelly John, our Uncle Kelly John is in the hospital, broken hip, but he's watching live stream, so let's wave and say, hey, Kelly, we're here. Also, Karen Bob up in Canoe, she's watching live stream also. My sister, Karen Bob, shout out. We're from Tulalip, the Tulalip Canoe family. We're glad to be here today. Tribal Journey is a way of life for us. Everything that we have as Indian people comes from our culture. Everything, the treaties that were signed, our economic development, our communities, all stems from our culture. This is the most important thing that we have going for us nowadays, Tribal Journey and the other things, but all of the things that we do culturally, our drug and alcohol prevention, all comes from our culture. We lived a clean life historically, and we need to get back to that. That's what we're doing with our songs and our dances and with the teachings of our elders, the history that we come from, the culture that we come from is a clean life. We're here to do the best that we can. So we're gonna get started here and we're gonna paddle out here. We're gonna have a good time here at Squaxin. Yeah. We are going to share a blessing song that belongs to the late Kai Kai and to our elder Shohalem back at home, the late Bernie Gobin and Stan Jones. This will serve as our prayer here today. We want to pray for everybody that's here. We're thankful for each and every one that is here. And the song is a remembrance of our ancestors and the reason that we're here, all that they did for us and all of that they went through to retain the culture that we have here today. So we're going to share that song. We're going to move on with our program, but we always like to lay our prayers down first. So this is going to serve as our prayer here today. We are going to bring the boys out here at this time. This is a song, Thunderbird playing with Killer Whale, that was made at West Shore by my nephew, Slampton. And he shared it with us. He brought it down one day when we were having culture night. And he said, you guys could use this song. And we have connection with West Shore. That's our family up there, and we come from that longhouse out there, and he always is really free with his music, and he's let a lot of people know that they're welcome to use his music as long as they acknowledge where it comes from. And it's really important because, you know, we have some. Like ourselves, we started out, we only had a couple songs, and then we kept working at it. People kept sharing with us and go, here, you know, here's the song, use this one, and it allowed us to grow. And we worked at it really hard. We had practice every week so that we could tune the songs up the best that we could. Because when we have our culture out here and we're sharing our culture, we need to know that these songs are alive. These songs are prayers. Songs just don't, you can't just compose a song. These are gifts from the Creator. And if you're sharing these songs, you need to really work on them and do them justice, especially for the culture. If you're a little bit maybe lacking with your group, you need to find somebody like Slampton or something and go, hey, would you work with us a little bit? You know, my auntie, she was old back at Tulalip, and she said, if you're going to sing these songs, make them feel like they're alive. Do them justice. Put your spirit into it when you're doing the songs. And we do that. That's, you know, how we carry our music, is they're like prayers. We don't know how anybody feels out there, but maybe our songs are uplifting to somebody. Maybe it makes somebody feel good out there. And maybe it helps these dancers to move good out there on the floor. So that's what it's all about, the strength of our songs here today. When you're singing these songs, they're not just songs like off of a book list or anything like that. You know, these are something that belongs to us. And we've worked really hard to do what we can. And Tribal Journey has allowed us to bring songs back and to regain songs and to regain dances. And we put it out there on our children, and they're gaining self-esteem and self-identity out there because they know this is who they are and this is where they come from. They know they're Indians out there. So, you know, I'm really thankful for Tribal Journey. This really does a lot for our community and for our people. And, you know, thank you for the Squaxin Island for really stepping out forward and doing everything that you can reflective upon your tribe and your elders and your teachings to host us all. This is a potlatch here that they're sharing with us, and you can't get treated any better than what you are treated here today. So thank you for the Squaxin Island people for what you do here today, Siab, and for what you're doing for your community. Your whole community is going to come out here and see all of this. You know, and then hopefully they're going to want some of this. You know, this is really important to put, you know, some of this into your culture. We need, even though we have businesses and we have stronger economics than we ever have had in our lives, we know what it's like to be poor, but at the same time, we need to move our culture along with our progression that we do into the future. We need to keep our culture moving along at the same pace, not only keeping its status, but also enhancing it and putting more into it, because there's a lot of value out here for our people. Look at what it's done, how it brought us all together here. Because of this culture we have right here, the culture that you have, we all have together, bringing us together, making us feel good here today. So Thunderbird playing with Killer Whale. This next song is a table song that was composed by Chucky Freiberg here, and we're gonna his mate B. They made a dance for it, and my wife asked me to tell you, that when we're doing things to keep ourselves healthy, there's the medicine wheel thing that is the spirit, the mind, and the physical body itself. And, my family suffered a lot from diabetes. And not too long ago, a few years back, I got type 2 diabetes also. And my daughter, Roselle, she has a CrossFit gymnasium, and they have a performance diet that they go through called a paleo diet. Paleo meaning Paleolithic, essentially a caveman diet. It's a hunter-gatherer diet, which is real similar to what a traditional diet that native people would be utilizing and getting rid of a lot of the fast foods and the canned foods, different things, going mostly as organic as you can. Meat, chicken, fish, pork, vegetables, and fruit. No dairy, no grain. But I started that diet. My son-in-law and my daughter told me, I can reverse the effects of your diabetes if you give me 2 weeks. I was off of all of my diabetes medicine in 1 week, and I haven't taken diabetes medicine for almost a year. So, it's really worth it, and the way the Indian life, we have things that we can do to help cure ourselves, and I was really afraid of the effects of diabetes, and I did everything that the clinic told me to. Medicine, their form of diet and exercise, and I still remain diabetic. But everything in the American Medical Association, except for broken bones and such, is all treated pharmaceutically. And this diet, the paleo diet, actually rebuilds the immune system. And I had to take allergy pills every day, and I suffered from hives. I haven't taken any allergy pills for a year either, so there's something to the diet that goes along. So if you or anybody in your family that has problems, and it works on a lot of different things, it's just not diabetes, it works on things like lupus and other things, pretty much everything except maybe the later stages of cancer, but it will even affect that. And so look into it, paleo, P-A-L-E-O, and paleo diet, you can find it on the internet, and it is really something, because I know a lot of native people are affected by diabetes, but there is opportunity to turn that around. It not only controls your blood sugar, it reverses the effects. I tested my blood sugar long after I started the diet, and my body started producing insulin, and I was handling sugars before when I couldn't handle it at all. My body is handling sugars now, so look into it. It's a good thing. So it goes, with the healthy thing, body, mind, and spirit. That's my plug for Indian people here today. Is George Christ here? George? We wanted to come to Squaxin Island, and we wanted to acknowledge something. You know, wherever we go, we usually explain our affinal ties that we have with each tribe, but we're related all over the place. My great-grandmother on my mother's side was from Squaxin Island, and what we wanted to acknowledge was the fact that my late brother Duskius, Jerry Jones, who was our carver, he carved the 3 canoes that we have at Tulalip. He carved Big Sister, he carved Little Sister, and Big Brother. And he also helped Squamish, tutored them. He made them do all of the work and everything like that so that they would retain that knowledge at their own home, and they built Quahalt. We have that tie with them also. That's like our brother canoe, our sister canoe. We always say that when our canoes get on the water, they look for each other. But I know that my brother, he spent a lot of time with George here to help him build the canoe that they built at Squaxin Island. What was the name of your canoe, George? Swissalo is the name that they named that canoe, and George was telling me that was his grandmother's name that actually came from Tulalip, great-grandmother. But we were talking about that. Robert Peel was another carver that my brother worked with. And my brother was real particular. You couldn't just go into his shop and ask questions or pick up tools or anything. So, you know, I know he was always checking on George, how he's doing with the canoe, what step is he at now, you know, and really kind of encouraged George to complete everything, you know, and my brother was real meticulous about how things were done. Everything had to be exact and everything had to be precise. So I know it was probably like studying underneath an English teacher in school or something. English teachers are a little more demanding. But we wanted to acknowledge that relationship, and you know, we want you to know that just like the Quahalt, we consider your canoe a part of our late brother, Uncle Jerry, and you know, the relationship that you had with him over the time that you took to build your canoe, and I know that was his life. He was always with other carvers and talking about how they were doing this and doing that, and even I learned something different from George that my brother passed on to him that I never heard. They were saying that there were checks in the log and that the log was no good, and Jerry came down and took a look at it, and he goes, "It's all right." He said, "When you steam it out and you spread the canoe out, it's going to push those checks together." And I never knew anything like that, but then after George told me that, it made a lot of sense. But we want to give you this shirt from the Tulalip Canoe family, George, you know, just to you know, call you up and acknowledge that relationship and what you did for your community to bring a canoe here and take everybody on the canoe journey. And I always say that we ourselves are spiritual canoes. We're on a journey. And these canoes, they take us to different places. That we've visited almost every village in the Northwest because of our canoes. And I know that my brother, before he passed away in 2003, said he had logged like 9,000 miles on his canoes. And they've continued after that, so we probably put on another 9,000 miles. But it not only takes us to different places and different locations like we see out here with our children and our singers and everybody else, it takes us to a different place in our lives. It really does. The gifts that come along with the Canoe family and the cultural teachings and the cultural sharing and the cultural songs and dances and everything, is something that was almost taken away from us, and here we are putting it back. So what you did was really important for your people. Really, really important. It allows you to teach off from that, all of the things that we do, the sacredness of what we do. We ask our family to be drug and alcohol free because of the sacredness of our songs, the dances, and our canoes, and our culture. When we're teaching this, it's something to say we're drug and alcohol free, but then explaining why, because it's demanding from our culture, the sacredness of our culture, keeping it strong, keeping it the way that it was given to us. So we wanted to have you up here. We sometimes we'll sing the Little Sister song, but because of that relationship you had with my brother, Uncle Jerry, we're going to sing both of his songs. We haven't sang them both together at a tribal journey since his passing. And so, we want you to stand with us here today. And we want you to know, that you're always part of our family. We're looking for you, and your canoe also because of that connection that we have here. We wanted to say that in front of all of these people. This is how we look at it. This is how we look at you. This is how we look at the Squaxin people, that relationship that we have. This is what we've done, and what, my brother was all about sharing and helping bring other people in, and we've done that with Anton and a lot of people. We've tried to help out people that maybe weren't all the way in, and encouraged them to get in. And same thing you're doing here at Squaxin Island when you tell your young people, come on, go on that canoe with me. Let's go. Give me a couple weeks of your life and see what it does for you. So we want to share Duskius's 2 songs here with you, and to kind of like honor songs for you here today, acknowledge that that relationship that we have. We want our relationship to get even stronger. We don't hardly see you. We've never ever been able to say this to you, but when we come here, we wanted to extend that. What Duskius would say. I want you to stand George up. What he did. He built a canoe. Not too many. There's only a handful of people that can build canoes, and especially dugouts. There's not too many. There's only a handful of carvers on this coast right here. You're one of them, and that what you shared with. And I know I could tell just by listening that you paid attention to what he was talking to you about. Those things that come to us, and come to you. So we want to share these 2 songs. First one is Big Sister, and the second one is Little Sister. You got your drum, sing along with us.
Oh
We'd like to thank you, George, for coming up here. You know, means a lot to us. And I know particularly how important carving was to Duskius. And we talked about it a lot, that, you know, this gift of carving and being able to bring wood to life and to shape it and form it into what he called his babies. He said, these are my babies. And they come to life when they get on the water. They get on the water and they start moving around. Looks like they're looking around and look like, you know, if you've ever rode a horse, you see a horse, its head moves around from the back there. But we talked about that, and that gift is like your commandments. Not everybody could pick up a tool like that and shape a canoe and bring it to life like that. That is a spiritual gift that belongs to you, that you've acquired. And that's what my brother and I talked about a lot, was that is a spiritual gift that you have. Not everybody could do that, pick that up and work with a tree like that, that gift that you have. And you don't have to go through the ceremony like maybe we're talking about, because you already have it. The same thing was with what Duskios had. He had that spirit to be able to do that. Those are some of the things that we went out and looked for before, to be able to have that talent, to be able to do something like that, give us, make us worthwhile like that. But we're real thankful that we could come down and share that with you. That's what before we left Tulalip, we said we want to stand George up here and acknowledge that what we have between us and what you and my brother shared here, and let you know that it's still alive and we still think about you in that way. Whenever we see you or we think about you and your canoe that you have down here. So we wanted to say that much. We should give George a round of applause. He's the canoe carver down here at Squaxin Island. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, yeah, okay. So, want to do the giveaway part now and move on? Or keep going? Which one? The other one. Did they have a dance for that? Okay. Go ahead. This time, we would like to extend our thank yous to the Squaxin Island community, to our family and the people. I've been good friends down here with Dave and Pete and Charlene and Andy and Jim, for a long time, working on different issues that we have going on. And, this is our opportunity, to say thank you for all of the fine hospitality that we've received here. Everything was set up for us when we got here. We arrived here. People shuttled us around, moved us to our campground. We were fed really, really good here. A lot of really good food over there. And I know that you guys really put a lot of work into this. I was talking to Dave, and I said, we had to plan all year. He said, we've been planning for 2 years. And so I know what a lot of this takes to think of everything that has to be taken care of. And I know that we talked about it in our circle at home. Everything that you did, how things were set up and everything, and what you showed the community, the surrounding community, about culture. That I know that they never ever seen anything like that come into their waters down there at the Port of Olympia. And to have the governor down there to witness what we have with our culture, to see 100 canoes come in right there, to have that, for her to see that, is going to impact her and a lot of other people like that. So, it wasn't only about our relationship and our culture and everything. To have, put on a spectacular event that you did and have that kind of recognition from the government and people, everybody to come and see what the Squaxin Island people is hosting, really went beyond the borders of our reservation here. And those are the things that bring them closer to see, because those are the really important things when they know about what we're doing with our businesses and things that we're putting it back into cultural programs, and seeing something like that come into, nothing that they may never ever witness that again in their lives. And being able to, have to land over there, move the canoes over here, and different things, all of that coordination that you went through was a lot of work. I know that's what it took, but I know that you really placed your name high up there in this community and all around. Even with all of the tribes that have come here, you placed your name way up high up here with what you did. I know that you really rolled it out for us, and I know that everybody here feels that. I hear them talking about everything, the shuttles from the campground, everything. I know this must have been a really overwhelming task for you, but you didn't forget anything. I walk around, I look at the showers and everything that we have, a little store up there and everything. You thought of everything. And it was all that it made things comfortable for us while we were here. Go home and tell our people, the Squaxin Island really treated us good when we were here. And that's what it's about, that Indian culture, what we share with each other. How the hospitality that we have received here was top notch. I'm always like that when I come down here. I emceed a powwow down at the casino down there, and I love it. I haven't been down to the seafood bar, but I'm making my way down. I'm going down there. I'll spend an hour or two down there eating. But we wanted to express that, and from the Canoe family, from our Canoe family, because we plan all year to land our canoe in your waters. We plan all year to get up here and have time on the floor to share our children with you, to share our elders with you, to share our songs and our dances with you. There's an accumulation of a total year in between journeys. This is what we look forward to This is the time that we have to come here. This is it for us. This is what tribal journey is all about, the time that we have with us, with our neighbors here, to be able to share and to be recipients of your hospitality, the things that I know that what you're expressing here were things that your grandparents taught you, what that was important to them. You know, they always say the most important thing is to feed the people. When the people get there, feed the people. And we want to say that we really do love each and every one of you here. We have some of our tribal council here. We have the chairman, Mel Sheldon, and we have council member Marlon Freiberg, Swalloos, and Deborah Parker, Mark Hatch. Anybody else? And we have our general manager here too, Squaxin, Cheryl Freiberg. But we want to call them forward, and we want to stand you up. We want to stand the council up here. We would like you to come out here. We would like to extend our gifts to you here today, our appreciation for all that you did for us here today. We want to tell you that what you've done here for us here, we consider this the best. This is the best. You know, for you to have a potlatch out here like this is going to be marked a long time from now. People talk about this event that we had here today. And so we have, our ladies are going to wrap you with Pendleton blankets, just something from us that we want you to remember. Tribal journey, this is going to be one for your treasure chest here. Your treasure chest. A lot of people in your community are going to think about what they've seen here today and what they heard and everything like that. And we want to acknowledge you. So I'm going to ask Mel to come on up here and Mark, Swalloos, we're going to blanket you, but I want our leadership to come up and have some time to express to you, leaders to leaders here. So I'll turn it over to our chairman, Mel Sheldon.
Thank you, Ray. To my cousins, we raise our hands to you. What a warm welcome that was Sunday in Olympia, and to host this journey. To all my elders here, we thank you for being here. To all the military veterans, our men and women that serve this country, we raise our hands to you. Also to the young ones that are out on the floor, the young ones that are here, we are very grateful that they are here because you are creating memories 50, 60 years down the road. They're going to remember today. They're going to remember this week. They're going to be sharing as we become elders. They will be too. And the memories that you're creating, we raise our hands to you. To Ray and Cheryl, to the Canoe family, thank you so much for coming together to bring us together, just like you've brought many tribes, Coast Salish people together, just for this brief time, just for this time to be together and share. You know, it's been an honor to work with each of you through the years on the different projects, the challenges to sovereignty, the challenges to self-governance, the challenges of VAWA, all those things that we work together for the betterment of our people, for the betterment of these young ones that are here today. So we thank you very much. I'd like to ask if Deborah, Mark, if you have anything to share, please.
ACM Sitsayeltsa Sitsta Haslahel Utigwitsichad, thanking each and every one of you for being here today and helping us celebrate this day as we celebrate and honor our songs, our culture, our language. As our chairman stated, we honor our young people. We honor the elders who are here to remind us how to behave. And I do appreciate those teachings. And we just, from the youngest to the oldest, we just raise our hands to each and every one of you, and we thank you, hosts. We know this is a lot to put forward, but we thank you for the meals. We thank you for your traditional land that we slept on. Beautiful dreams. We know the ancestors from here are very proud. When we see them in our dreams, we know that there's good words being shared. There's good feelings. So I thank you for your prayers. We thank you on behalf of the Tulalip people, we thank you for each and every moment that we share together, and we know that we'll be doing this again each year, so we'll be paddling and pulling and singing and feasting, and that raises our spirits high. That's my high. That's what we need for our kids, for us to continue to grow and to be strong. One heart, one mind, one nation. ACM.
Thank you, Deb. Also, too, I want to thank Ray for mentioning the paleo diet, that there are things that can change. And in our presence today is Karen Freiberg. She's retired, and she was our director of our health clinic. And she used to have men's wellness fairs and women's wellness fairs. And 3 years ago, I was diagnosed with prostate cancer, and it was caught through the wellness day that she had for men. So spread the word to all of our tribes that you have these, and if you catch something early enough, it can be treated. That's why I'm standing here today with you. Also, I want to thank you guys for getting your golf course in really good shape. Hey.
So we would like to wrap you in these blankets. It's one of the traditional gifts that we have, to extend to you. A long time ago, these represented something that would give you comfort at home, when we didn't have much. This is one of the most important things that at that time we could share with each other. Well, we want you to have these and keep them, use them, and know that, this is really been a treasure for us, to be able to come here. What we said, we look forward to coming to your territory. We always do. We always do. We've made ourselves closer in our relationship, and I was telling you, I wish I knew how my great-grandmother, the connection was here, but that connection that we have with George and with Charlene and all of you, you're a fine example of leadership here. And I'm thanking my council here today, because our council people are the ones that make this possible for us, to have our canoe families, to have our potlatches, to have songs and dances here. The way that we're doing right here is going to change things. It's going to change things for some people around here like that. So we want to stand you up. We want to acknowledge you with this gifts for your fine work, for what you're doing in your community. These things, these events right here make a difference in people's lives. You get rid of something bad, you put something good on, something good. And we have a lot of good teachings, and we know how to heal ourselves with our culture. We do. So I'm thanking you for supporting, the tribal journey here. So we want to wrap we'll start with our chairman here and go on down the line here. Put a blanket on him. Remember, if you wrap him on the left shoulder, that's acknowledging him as a gift. With the right, then your proposal is marriage. So be careful which shoulder you put it on. Dave might take you up. Yeah. Dave was down there trying to interview him down at the Port of Tacoma. So I know Dave a long time. I taught him everything he knows about elk hunting. He didn't agree. I know it's Pete Kruger. Next one, Pete Kruger. We would like to wrap you with a blanket also. Pete Kruger is involved with where we work on the hunting. Pete is out there up front with the hunting, and had the confidence of the people of Squaxin Island for a long time with his leadership, and glad that you're there to do the work that you do. So we wanted to thank you, Pete. And our vice chairman here, Arnold Cooper, we would like to put a blanket on you here too, Siab. for the work that you do, for the work that you do for your tribe, and also for tribal journey here. This is our way of thanking you in front of everybody here, and we really appreciate that here today. Councilman Jim Peters, we'd like to put this blanket on you, Siab, my good friend. Jim and I started out our careers working in fisheries, and Jim has that heart for treaty protection. I know he's done a lot of work as his family, and I know that when a powwow time comes, Jim's down there volunteering and cooking fish for a lot of the events too, and so I know what kind of heart he has. So thank you, Jim, for bringing us here, and you really did a really good job here today. Thank you. Yeah. And our good friend Andy Whitener, also one of the men right up front there in defending the treaties, the fisheries, and a lot of different work here with the.
There he is.
Proposal. Pick one. He wants two. But thank you, Andy. Thank you for the work that you did to support this huge event here. You know, we really appreciate that, and we know that, you know, a lot of what you express through your love and your caring about all of this comes through to us when we get here. We're the recipients of that. We want you to know that we really feel the warmth here for everything like that. Ray Peters, another councilman, we would like to say thank you, Ray. Thank you, Siab, for your dedication to your community and to Tribal Journey. We'd like to say thank you from Tulalip and from Tribal Journey here for the work and the effort that you did. And also my good friend Charlene Kreis. We want to, yep, she's my cousin, yeah. And yeah. Charlene is a good friend of ours, and she's always out front in the cultural part of, you know, coastal gatherings and weaving and a lot of the cultural events that go on here. But we just wanted to take time out. We're not unhitching our canoes, but we did want to extend our haishkas to you and stand you up here in front of everybody for the work that you did, the leadership that you provided, and the support that you provided. Tribal Journey, another one for the record books here today. So, you know, on behalf of us, we just wanted to say that we've been treated the best here. We really have. That's how we feel when we're here today, and throughout the event, people walking around, giving us coffee, water, food, taking care of everything. Don't even have to get up and move. It just comes to you there. So I might not go home. I go home and let's stay here and enjoy this. But can we give our tribal council from Squaxin a round of applause? They really do deserve it.
Dave.
Thank you, Ray. The Squaxin people here would like to thank Tulalip for them to come up and treat us in such ways. I mean, I've known Mel only a short time, but you a long time, Ray, and some of the other here. We appreciate what you said about us. We try to be the best, humblest tribe that we can be. We're just a small reservation. We're trying to make ourselves look, you know, like me and Andy. But I just want to say the words, I guess I can't say them. Thank you. Thank you for the Canoe family coming down and doing this. I know we worked together for a long time on treaty issues, and we'll still keep working on them. And our hunting issues is next. We all need our support from all the tribes to do this, so we can get that done. So we won't lose our elk, our deer. And I commend you on your alcohol and drug-free. I'm hard on that too. Finally getting Squaxin to agree with that. We are too. So my hands go up to you, and the council.
Thank you, Dave.
Nisqually elder.
Where at? Oh. Do we have a elder from Nisqually here? An elder from Nisqually. Anybody from Nisqually? Huh? Where at? We want to send us a blanket with you. When we were at Nisqually, we didn't have time to share our thank yous. Oh yeah. So we want to wrap you in this blanket, and we got really treated good at Nisqually too. So we didn't want to go by without acknowledge that. And we have some gifts that we want to share while we are here. Some T-shirts, whatever it is, and our family is going to go around and hand out these gifts. Then we got a couple more songs that we're going to share and finish up.